So I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts or not, but if you do, comment down below if you guys believe in ghosts, because today's story, well, I'm gonna be honest, I think I did it with a ghost. Does that make any sense? I don't know if it does, but you know what? Let's just continue on. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to an insane story. So today is a story about how I did it in an asylum. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, one thing I always knew were that ghosts are not real. I don't believe in ghosts, and to be honest, if someone told me, oh, like, ever been to this haunted mansion? I would walk in there not believing in ghosts. And I remember always, like, every Halloween, there would always be haunted houses and stuff, and I would never actually be scared of them because, well, once again, for the third time in a row, I don't believe in ghosts. But I remember there was this one time, and this was back when I was in grade 9, where I remember I was walking around my high school that I was pretty new to. It was my first semester, and I remember this was like the third month going into school, and the third month is October. Now, in October, I remember it was around Halloween, and people were getting really excited because obviously Halloween at school was a really big deal. People would dress up, people would wear crazy costumes, but me, I remember I really didn't care for it. It's not that I didn't like Halloween or, you know, don't dress up. It's just, I'm gonna be honest here, I kind of just never really celebrated Halloween. It was never a big deal in my household, and to be honest, Halloween just seemed dumb to me. Like, if I really wanted to dress up, why don't I just do that any day of the week? Like, if furries can do it, why can't we? Not the point, but going on. I remember one time I was walking through my high school 2 days before Halloween, and there was a girl that was basically gathering like a group of friends, and they were all talking about an asylum that was near the school that they wanted to go to. Well, it wasn't really near the school. It was like 20 minutes away from the school, but basically this girl was going around saying, like, did you guys hear, like, the asylum's apparently haunted and it's abandoned. I think we should all go there tomorrow. And I remember when I heard about this, I remember smiling and kind of just laughing at the thought that, you know, these girls would go into an asylum and basically, you know, freak out over nothing. But then I remember when I was smiling near them, the girl ended up looking at me saying, Bubba, what are you laughing at? Nothing. The fact that you guys believe in like ghosts and like a haunted asylum is pretty dumb. What, you don't believe in ghosts? Are you not scared? Nope. Not at all. I remember this girl ended up smiling at me once I said that, and I remember she said right after, okay, well, like, do you want to come with us? I mean, I guess, sure, why not? I remember when I said that, 2 of the girls decided not to go, and then afterwards, it ended up just being me and 3 other girls. And knowing this, honestly, at first, I thought this was a really dumb idea, until afterwards, when we ended up all going to class, I decided to pull up my phone and search up the asylum. And when I searched it up, I was actually kind of scared, because knowing that the asylum was real was kind of a scary thought. But at the same time, on top of that, going in there, probably not the smartest thing. Now, once again, like I said earlier, I don't believe in ghosts. So I decided to basically swallow my fearness, if that makes any sense, and basically decided to just go and see what happens. I remember that same day, I ended up going home and telling my parents about what I was planning on doing the next day. And my dad ended up telling me to basically be safe. And, you know, he thought we were going to some like haunted house that was built, when in reality, we were actually going to an actual asylum. But to be honest, I guess he didn't understand that, but it's not like I needed to give him the details, right? Because as teenagers, we never actually give our parents details. Like, that would just ruin all the fun. So I remember afterwards, I ended up going on my Xbox and started hopping on my Xbox live party with me and my friends. When we were on there, I remember I was telling them about the plan that was going to go down, and all my friends said that I was absolutely crazy, and ended up bringing up a story about how one of the people in our school ended up going in there last year and never came back out. Now, I never understood this, and honestly, I didn't really believe it, to be honest. So I ended up searching up articles online, and apparently it was real. Now, at this point, I started actually kind of getting worried. I kind of started getting scared a little bit, and to be honest, I kind of didn't want to go. So I decided the next day when I went to school, I walked up to the same girl that invited me, and I basically told her, yo, I don't think I can make it because like I got like family plans. Ha, I knew you would back out. You're such a wuss. I'm not backing out. It's just, you know, I had plans. Then ditch the plans, dummy, and just come on. You really want me to go, don't you? And then that's when she walked up to me and decided to basically, you know, kind of like put her hand down my chest and say, oh, like, I just want a big, strong, brave man with me. But if you're just a wuss, I'll just invite someone else. Now, at this point, I started realizing that this girl was really hot. And to be honest, if she wanted me to be, you know, her hero, why not? Because obviously, like I said, I'm a helpless romantic. Because the only amazing moments that I can remember is times I've had in the shower. Wow, I really need help, don't I? Going on from there, I remember I ended up telling her, okay, well, I'll be there. I'll help you out. And then she got all excited and basically ended up walking away. Now, at this point, I didn't know what to do. I was really worried, and all throughout the day, I was basically thinking about how I didn't want to go until after school came around, and I ended up actually going to the haunted asylum that was happening. I ended up busing there with this girl, and she had a camera out and like this like thermal eye scope thing that was happening. I don't know what they're called, like those thermal glasses or thermal thing. I don't know, something thermal. I don't know what it was, but it was really cool. And you know what's also really insane? She ended up bringing bulletproof vests. I don't know how she got them. Apparently her dad's a cop, but I'm not gonna say anything else more than that. I remember right after we ended up basically both walking in there, and as we were walking around, I remember I had my flashlight out and I started getting more scared the more I stepped in there, because obviously it was actually pretty scary. Like, imagine an empty hallway that like no one's around, and like, you know, the ceiling was falling down. It was just absolutely terrifying. And then I remember as we were walking down, this girl decided to basically hold my hand as we were walking through it. And as we were holding my hand, I remember we heard a really loud crashing sound to the left of us, and me and her, we ended up jumping to the right, and basically I ended up pushing her up against the wall with my chest hitting her cherries. And then from there, I remember she ended up grabbing me by the buttocks, and we basically ended up making out. We ended up making out in an asylum. Now, you guys were probably wondering where were the other two girls that were supposed to come, because I did say 3 of them were going. Well, 2 of them decided to stay back and basically be lookout for any cops coming by. So yeah, that's the only reason why me and the girl were in there. And I remember from there, me and her, we started making out in the asylum, and it got to the point where she actually ended up going on her knees. And yeah, I can't give any more detail or I'm gonna get demonetized, but you guys could probably guess what was going on. I'm not gonna reenact it, but it went a little something like this. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. I'm not doing that again. I know. I can't risk my monetization here. But going on from there, I remember as I was going on, basically me and her, we ended up doing the devil's tango. And it even got to the point where we went to a room in the asylum where there was actually like a mattress there. It was absolutely disgusting, but we still did it anyway. And one thing led to another. I remember she started making really loud noises in the asylum. When she was making really loud noises, I remember apparently the 2 girls that were standing outside thought that we were in trouble. So they ended up calling the cops anyway, and cops decided to pull up to the asylum and basically started running through there trying to find us. And where did the cops find us? Well, the cops found us basically inside each other. No, wait, that's not the best way to put it. Let's just say the cops ended up walking in on us at the asylum doing the devil's tango. I will say this much. I maybe didn't find any ghosts, but one thing I will say is that I had a pretty spooky night. Haha. That's not funny. Okay, please leave a like. I need help. Anyways, guys, that is basically it for today's story. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.